Picture this. It's 7 a.m., you're bleary-eyed, shuffling around the kitchen, and you scoop a hearty bowl of oatmeal into your favorite mug, thinking this is it, the breakfast of champions, the ultimate healthy start. You take a bite, feeling smug about your life choices, only to find yourself bloated, cranky, or raiding the snack drawer before 10 a.m. Sound familiar? If it does, you're not alone. Millions of us have fallen into the oatmeal trap, believing it's a flawless superfood that can do no wrong. But here's the kicker. Those innocent oats might be hiding a dark side, and it's not the oats' fault. It's ours. Simple, sneaky mistakes in how we make and eat oatmeal could be turning this wholesome hero into a silent health wrecker. Don't panic yet. I've got your back. In this video, I'm spilling the tea, or should I say, the oats, on the 8 oatmeal mistakes you are probably making right now that are more harmful than you think. Stick with me until the end, because I'm not just pointing out the problems. I'm handing you the exact fixes to transform your oatmeal game into a powerhouse of energy, flavor, and feel-good vibes that'll carry you through the day. Trust me, these tips are absolute gold. You won't want to miss a single one. Before we jump in, if you're excited to level up your breakfast routine, please hit that like button. It really helps me keep sharing these life-changing hacks with you. And if you're new here, subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss a video. Oh, and one more thing. As we go through each mistake, I'll ask you to comment a number 1 through 8 to let me know which one shocked you the most. If you're ready to rethink your oatmeal, let's dive into mistake number 1. Let's start with a confession. I used to be a sugar fiend. Every morning, I'd scoop my oats into a bowl, grab the honey jar, and drizzle it on like I was decorating a cake. Sometimes adding a sprinkle of brown sugar just for kicks. It felt like a cozy ritual, transforming my plain oats into a sweet, comforting treat that whispered, "You've got this day." But here's the reality check I didn't see coming. That sugary hug was secretly stabbing my health in the back. If you're anything like me, reaching for maple syrup, honey, or a generous spoonful of sugar to jazz up your oatmeal, you might think it's harmless, maybe even healthy if it's natural. But let's peel back the curtain on what's really happening. Science doesn't lie, and the Journal of the American Medical Association dropped a bombshell. Diets high in added sugars, those extras we toss in, not the natural stuff in fruits, are strongly tied to a laundry list of nasty health issues. We're talking obesity, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and even heart disease. That's not just a vague, maybe someday, warning. It's a well-documented cascade of consequences that creep up over time. The American Heart Association sets clear boundaries. Women should keep added sugar under 6 teaspoons, about 25 grams daily, and men under 9 teaspoons, 38 grams. Sounds reasonable, right? Now picture this. A couple of tablespoons of maple syrup or honey, easy to pour when you're half asleep, can rocket you past 20 grams before you've even sipped your coffee. That's more than half your daily limit in one innocent bowl. Why does this matter so much? It's not just about calories. It's about what happens inside you. That sugar hits your bloodstream like a fireworks show, spiking your glucose levels sky high. For a brief, glorious moment, you feel unstoppable, until the inevitable crash lands an hour later. Suddenly, you're foggy-headed, snapping at your coworkers, and eyeing the vending machine like it's your lifeline. I've lived this cycle. Last winter, I'd load my oats with honey, thinking it was a natural boost, only to slump at my desk by 9 a.m., wondering why I felt like a deflated balloon. Those spikes don't just mess with your mood. They strain your body's ability to handle glucose, setting the stage for insulin resistance and chronic illnesses that chip away at your goals. But the damage isn't just immediate, it's sneaky. Researchers at Harvard found that too much sugar jacks up your triglyceride levels, those fats in your blood that, when elevated, spark inflammation and up your odds of heart attacks or strokes. It's like handing your arteries a slow-burning fuse. And here's the kicker. Starting your day with this sugar roller coaster doesn't just tank your energy, It triggers cravings that haunt you all day. You're not imagining it, that mid-morning donut run. It's your body begging for another hit. So how do we fix this without turning breakfast into a flavorless chore? Ditch the refined sugars, they're empty calories with zero nutritional cred, and lean into nature's solutions. Fresh blueberries burst with antioxidants that fight inflammation, while a sliced banana adds creamy sweetness and potassium to keep your muscles humming. Raspberries? They're fiber-packed and stabilize your blood sugar. I started doing this after my honey-fueled crashes, tossing in fruit and a pinch of cinnamon, which diabetes care says can tame those glucose spikes. The result? My oats taste like dessert, but I'm energized, not exhausted. No guilt, no crash, just pure, steady fuel. Here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, skip the sugar jar and try fruit instead. Maybe dice an apple, sprinkle some cinnamon, and see how it feels. I was skeptical at first. Could fruit really replace that sticky sweetness? But once I tried it, it was like unlocking a secret flavor vault. My mornings transformed, and yours can too. If this tip's got you rethinking your oats, drop a number 1 in the comments. I'd love to know. Let's kick this sugar habit together and make breakfast work for us, not against us. Imagine it's Monday morning. You overslept, the dog's chewing your slipper, and you're scrambling to get out the door. In a panic, you grab one of those brightly colored packets of flavored instant oatmeal, maybe apple cinnamon or maple brown sugar, thinking, this is my healthy lifesaver. You rip it open, zap it in the microwave, and voila, breakfast in 60 seconds. It's warm, it's tasty, and you pat yourself on the back for not swinging through a drive-thru. But here's the twist. Those convenient little packets might be sabotaging your health in ways you'd never suspect. I fell for this trap hard, and I'm betting some of you have too. Nutrition experts at the Cleveland Clinic aren't mincing words. Those instant oat packets often hide a cocktail of trouble. Added sugars, artificial flavors, preservatives, and additives that turn oatmeal's wholesome vibe into a processed nightmare. Check the label. Some pack 10-15 grams of sugar, rivaling a candy bar, plus synthetic stuff like natural flavor. That's anything but natural. I used to stockpile these like they were gold. During a hectic work week, they felt like my secret weapon. But by day 3, I was bloated, sluggish, and wondering why my healthy breakfast felt more like a punishment. Why is this such a big deal? It's not just about feeling off, the stakes are higher. A British medical journal study links ultra-processed foods like these to increased risks of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. That sugar load mimics the crash from mistake number 1, while artificial additives can throw your gut microbiome, the good bacteria keeping you balanced, into chaos. I remember one week when my stomach rumbled all day after eating these packets. It was like my insides were staging a protest. Preservatives like sodium benzoate might extend shelf life, but emerging research hints they could irritate sensitive systems or spark allergic reactions. And those fake flavors? They're just chemicals tricking your taste buds, offering zero nutrition. The real sting? These packets strip away oatmeal's natural perks, like fiber and beta-glucan, that make it a heart-healthy champ. Instead, you're left with a calorie-dense, nutrient-poor imposter that leaves you hungry again in an hour. I'd eat one at 7 a.m. and be raiding the fridge by 9, wondering why I couldn't stay full. It's convenience at a cost, your energy, your waistline, your long-term wellness. So what's the play? Toss those packets and grab plain rolled oats instead. Yes, it takes a smidge more effort, but the payoff's worth it. Customize your bowl with real ingredients. Chop a fresh apple for crisp sweetness, toss in a handful of walnuts for a nutty crunch, and dust it with nutmeg or cinnamon. It's 2 extra minutes for a breakfast that tastes gourmet and actually nourishes you. After my instant oat fiasco, I started prepping a jar the night before. Oats, fruit, a splash of almond milk, done. No junk, no bloat, just pure goodness. Here's a personal nugget. I used to think plain oats were boring, but once I ditched the packets, I realized I'd been duped by marketing. Those fake flavors can't hold a candle to the real deal. Fresh fruit and spices bring depth I never knew oats could have. Try this tomorrow. Skip the packet, stir up your own mix, and taste the difference. It's like trading a fast food burger for a home-cooked meal, night and day. If this mistake's hitting you where it hurts, comment number 2 below. I want to hear your instant oat horror stories. Let's reclaim our oats from the processed aisle and make breakfast real again. Oatmeal's got a stellar rep. Those complex carbs fuel you slow and steady, like a reliable old pickup truck chugging down the highway. But here's where I tripped up. I used to eat it plain, thinking it was enough to power my morning. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. If you're scooping oats into your bowl without a protein boost, you're leaving half the equation on the table. A typical serving, say half a cup dry, gives you about 5 grams of protein. Solid start, but nutritionists say a breakfast with 15 to 20 grams keeps you full, supports your muscles, and stops those mid-morning hunger pangs dead in their tracks. Without it, you're running on fumes. Why does protein matter so much? It's the unsung hero of satiety. The stuff that tells your stomach, chill, we're good. Without it, those carbs digest fast, and you're back to square one, hungry, distracted, and eyeing snacks way too soon. I learned this the hard way in college, plain oats before a lecture, and by 10 a.m. I was sneaking pretzels from my roommate's stash, stomach growling like a bear. Protein's also your body's building block. Muscles, tissues, enzymes all need it. Skip it and you're shortchanging recovery, especially if you're active. I'd hit the gym after those oat-only mornings and wonder why I felt weak. Turns out my muscles were starving for fuel. Then there's the energy angle. Pair protein with oatmeal's fiber, and you've got a dynamic duo that keeps blood sugar steady. No spikes, no crashes, just smooth sailing. Eat oats alone, and it's like revving an engine without oil. Works for a bit, then sputters out. I used to crash hard mid-morning, blaming coffee until a trainer clued me in. Your oats need backup. She was right. Protein's the glue that holds the meal together. How do we fix this? It's easier than you think. Turn your oats into a balanced powerhouse with simple add-ins. Stir in a scoop of Greek yogurt, 10-15 grams of protein, plus probiotics for your gut. Or swirl in a tablespoon of almond butter for creamy richness and a protein kick. Feeling fancy? Toss in chia seeds or chopped pecans. They add texture and staying power. Pair it with fiber-rich fruit like raspberries, 8 grams per cup, and you've got a breakfast that sticks with you till lunch. I started doing this after my trainer's nudge. Yogurt, berries, a sprinkle of seeds, and it was like flipping a switch. No more snack attacks, just steady energy. Here's where it gets personal. I used to think protein was just for gym buffs, but once I added it to my oats, my whole day shifted. Take last month, I had a packed schedule, meetings back to back, and my usual plain oats wouldn't cut it. I mixed in some peanut butter and a handful of walnuts. Suddenly, I was focused, not famished, powering through like a champ. It's not just food, it's fuel. And the taste? Like a creamy, crunchy party in my bowl, way better than plain mush. Your move, tomorrow, don't settle for naked oats. Grab something protein-packed, maybe yogurt, maybe nuts, and see how it feels. I was blown away by the difference. It's like upgrading from a bike to a motorcycle. Same road, way more power. If this tip's sparking ideas, drop a number 3 in the comments. Tell me how you'll punch up your oats. Let's make breakfast a heavy hitter, not a lightweight. Oatmeal's a health halo food, fiber, antioxidants, steady carbs, so it's tempting to think more is better. I used to heap my bowl like I was feeding a lumberjack, piling on nuts, dried fruit, syrup, the works, convinced I was maxing out the benefits. Wrong move. That giant oat mountain might be sneaking in more calories and digestive drama than you bargained for. A sensible serving, making half a cup dry, about 150-200 calories, cooks up to a cup and keeps you in the sweet spot. But load it with extras and you're staring at 5 to calories, more than a fast food burger, without even blinking. Why is this a problem? It's not just about the scale, though the Journal of Nutrition warns that oversized portions of even healthy foods can creep up your weight over time. It's also about how your body handles it. That fiber we love, too much in one go can overwhelm your gut, especially if you're not used to it. The Mayo Clinic says excess fiber can hit you with bloating or cramps. Imagine starting your day feeling like you swallowed a bowling ball. I've been there. Last summer, I went all in on a mega oat bowl, raisins, almonds, a banana, honey. By 10 a.m., I was waddling around, bloated and miserable, wondering why healthy felt so awful. Then there's the calorie trap. Oatmeal's perks, like heart-healthy beta-glucan, don't scale up infinitely. Pile on calorie-dense toppings, and you're not just adding flavor, you're tipping the balance. I used to think, it's oats, it's fine, until I tracked it. 600 calories in one sitting. My friend Sarah had the same wake-up call. She'd brag about her oatmeal feasts until she realized they were why her jeans felt snug. It's not the oats' fault. It's our enthusiasm gone wild. The fix is simple but game-changing. Moderation. Stick to that half-cup serving, 40-50 grams dry, and top it smartly. A tablespoon of nuts, healthy fats, not a handful. A few berries, sweetness without the load. A drizzle of yogurt, protein, not a flood. It's about balance, enough to satisfy without crossing into excess. I started measuring after my bloat fest, and it was like finding the Goldilocks zone. Just right. No heaviness, no guilt, just steady fuel. Here's a story. My coworker Mike used to scoff at my tiny oat bowls, shoveling his own mega mix, nuts, syrup, double portions. Then he hit a wall, tired, puffy, and 10 pounds up. I dared him to scale back for a week, half a cup, light toppings. He grumbled but tried it. By day 5, he was hooked, feeling lighter and sharper. Now he's the portion control preacher. It's proof. Bigger isn't better, smarter is. Try this tomorrow. Measure your oats, keep toppings lean, and watch how it shifts your day. I was shocked. Less food, more freedom. It's not deprivation, it's control. Savoring oatmeal's magic without the baggage. If this one's resonating, comment number 4 below. Tell me your over-oat disasters. Let's keep it real and rein it in together. Ever tossed your oats straight into a pot or microwave without a second thought? I did that for years, thinking soaking was some hippie trick I didn't need. Turns out I was wrong and my body paid the price. Oats, like many grains, pack a hidden hurdle called phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that latches onto minerals like iron, zinc, calcium, and magnesium in your gut. A Journal of Food Science and Technology study says it binds them into complexes your body can't absorb, meaning you're missing out on nutrients you thought you were getting. Over time, that can sap your energy, weaken your bones, or tank your immunity. Sneaky, right? Why is this a gut punch? Unsoaked oats hit your stomach harder than they should. I used to eat them dry cooked and wonder why I felt heavy, like my insides were slogging through mud. Phytic acid's the culprit. It's not just stealing minerals, it's tough to digest. I'd power through, oblivious, until a nutritionist friend schooled me, soak them or you're robbing yourself. She wasn't kidding. Regularly eating unsoaked grains can quietly lead to deficiencies. Think fatigue that lingers, brittle nails, or catching every cold going around. For a superfood like oats, it's wild to think it could work against you if you skip this step. The good news? There's an easy fix that flips the script. Soaking oats overnight, 8 hours in water or milk, slashes phytic acid by up to 50% per the International Journal of Food Sciences and Nutrition. Those minerals, suddenly bioavailable, ready to strengthen your bones and boost your vibe. Plus it breaks down starches, making oats gentler on your gut. No more bloating or that stuffed feeling. I started soaking after my friend's tip, and it was like night and day. Lighter, smoother, happier insides. How do you do it? Simple. Toss your oats in a bowl or jar, cover them with water or milk, almond, oat, dairy, whatever you love, and let them chill in the fridge overnight. Want a pro move? Add a splash of lemon juice or yogurt. The acidity turbocharges the phytic acid breakdown. By morning, you've got velvety oats that cook faster and taste richer. I mix mine with almond milk and a cinnamon stick. Pure magic. Here's my soak story. I was skeptical, extra prep for oats, but one night I tried it, half expecting nothing. Next day, my oats were creamier, my stomach was calm, and I felt sharper, like I'd upgraded my fuel. Now it's my non-negotiable. Takes 2 minutes before bed, saves my day. Try it tonight, soak a batch, cook it up tomorrow, and feel the shift. If this one's clicking, drop a number 5 in the comments. Let's soak our way to better oats together. Mornings can be chaos, alarm blaring, kids yelling, and you're just trying to get something in your stomach before bolting out the door. So you toss oats in the microwave for 2 minutes, stir, and call it breakfast. I've done it. Thought I was winning at life. But here's the catch. Undercooked oats aren't just chewy. They're a digestive disaster waiting to happen. Oats are loaded with beta-glucan, that soluble fiber famous for lowering cholesterol and keeping you full. But if you don't cook it long enough, it stays dense and stubborn, sitting in your gut like a brick. Why is this a buzzkill? Undercooked oats don't break down properly. Your stomach struggles, and you end up bloated, gassy, or cramping. A British Journal of Nutrition study says undercooked fiber can irritate your tract, slowing nutrient absorption. I used to zap my oats and run, only to feel like I'd swallowed a rock by mid-morning. Energy zapped, belly grumbling. You're not getting the full dose of iron or B vitamins either. It's like ordering a meal and leaving half on the plate. Over time, you're shorting yourself on oatmeal's heart and metabolic perks. The fix is all about patience. On the stove, simmer rolled oats 10-15 minutes over medium heat. Stir occasionally until they're creamy, not gritty. Microwave? At least 2 to 3 minutes, pausing to check softness. Overnight oats fans, you're golden. Soaking softens them, but a quick warm-up seals the deal. I switched to this after my oat brick days. My brother mocked my rushed bowls, and he was right. Now I cook them tender, and it's a game changer. Story time. I once served undercooked oats to a friend. 2 minutes in the microwave, good enough. She winced through it, then taught me her trick. 10 minutes on the stove. I tried it, smooth, comforting, no regrets. Tomorrow, give your oats the time they deserve. Comment number 6 if this one's a wake-up call. Let's cook it right and feel the difference. Ever stood over the stove stirring your oats, then got distracted by a text or a kid's meltdown, only to return to a gluey, shapeless mess? I've done it. Left my oats simmering too long and ended up with something closer to wallpaper paste than breakfast. Overcooking's the flip side of undercooking, and it's just as bad. You think you're doing right by cooking them thoroughly, but push it too far and you're torching flavor, texture, and nutrition. Here's the science. The Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry says excessive heat breaks down B, vitamins, and antioxidants like avenanthramides, oatmeal's anti-inflammatory MVPs. Lose those, and you're missing out on heart protection and soothing benefits. Plus, overcooked oats digest too fast, Fiber and starches turn to mush, spiking your blood sugar and leaving you hungry before lunch. I gagged at a gluey batch once. No chew, no joy, just a monotonous sludge that didn't fill me up. The fix? Hit the sweet spot. Rolled oats need 5 to 10 minutes on medium-low heat, soft but structured. Stir, taste test. Use a timer if you're a wanderer like me. Steel-cut oats take 20-30 minutes for a hearty bite. Worth it. After my paste disaster, ruined during a phone call, I set boundaries. No multitasking while oats cook. Now they're creamy, not soupy, pure satisfaction. Anecdote: my aunt overcooked oats for a family brunch. Glue City. We laughed, but I learned. Timing's everything. Try it tomorrow. Nail that texture and comment number 7 if you've mushified your oats too. Let's keep it perfect, not pasty. Oatmeal every day sounds virtuous, reliable, healthy, easy. I leaned on it hard for a month, smug about my routine until I hit a wall, drained, foggy, and bored. Oats are great, fiber, antioxidants, minerals, but they're not a one-food wonder. Relying solely on them leaves gaps. 5 grams of protein per serving, not enough. 0 healthy fats, no B12. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics says no single food covers all bases. Variety's the key to thriving. Why is this risky? Low protein saps muscle repair. No fats hinder vitamin absorption. I felt it. Weak workouts, dull focus. A nutrient study backs this. Monotony breeds deficiencies. Oats alone can't carry you. My month-long experiment proved it. Energy tanked, and I craved variety. Fix it by mixing it up. Use oats as a base, not the whole show. Add Greek yogurt, nuts, or eggs for protein, chia seeds or avocado for fats, spinach or berries for vitamins. I broke my rut with a savory bowl. Oats, avocado, a fried egg, mind blown. Tomorrow, diversify your oats. Comment number 8 if you'll shake it up. Let's keep it fresh and full spectrum. Let me tell you about my oatmeal wake-up call. 2 years ago, I was an oat fanatic. Every morning, a giant bowl with syrup, raisins, the lot. I thought I was invincible. Then came the crash, bloating, sugar lows, and a doctor's warning about prediabetes. I dug into research, tested fixes, and rebuilt my oats from scratch. Less sugar, more protein, proper cooking. Now I'm energized, not exhausted. That's why I'm sharing this. Small tweaks save me, and they can save you too. There you have it, the 8 oatmeal mistakes that could be secretly derailing your health, and the fixes to make your oats a true superstar. From dodging sugar traps to soaking like a pro, these tips aren't just advice. They're your ticket to a breakfast that fuels you right. What's the one lesson sticking with you? Maybe it's cutting the syrup or adding a protein kick. Drop it in the comments below. I read everyone and love hearing your stories. If this video flipped with your oatmeal script, please smash that like button. It keeps me motivated to bring you more. Haven't subscribed? Hit that red button and ring the bell. We've got tons more hacks coming your way. Let's keep this vibe going. Tell me your fave tip, share this with a friend, and let's make breakfast epic together. See you in the next one.